Literally nothing is well if you just put your mind to it, maintain a positive attitude. Literally nothing is impossible in this world if you just put your mind to it and maintain a positive attitude. Good morning, Liberians. Good morning to the peace loving people of Liberia. I'd like to welcome every one of you to the program today's this program comes away every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on this program, we digest all of the happenings in the print media. And today is Friday, the week begins on Friday. I'm telling you, it's not easy. My name is Mafida Kamara, and I'm here with Lorena Kole. And for today's edition of the program, we have four local dailies. We have the Daily Observer newspaper, the Women Forces newspaper, the Independent newspaper, and that of the New Town newspaper. So where you are this morning, want to encourage you to keep following us on material. So welcome folks, welcome to the program today's paper. Like I said, this program comes on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at about this time. So we are here this morning to read for you four local dailies. We have the Daily Observer, we have the Women First newspaper, we have the Independent newspaper, and the New Dawn newspaper. So I'm here with Florina Cole, and together we'll be reading for you just a chase of the stories in the newspaper, and you can get the copies of this newspaper that we have on our books this morning. So shortly we'll start reading for you the headlines of the papers. But before then, let's take a very short break, and when we come back, we'll begin this program. So welcome back, folks. Our first stop is the Women Forces newspaper, and this paper actually talks about the issues they gave women first preference. In this paper, they talk about women stories. So most of the stories in this paper is women related stories. So we have this other headline that we can do it again. President, we are encouraging his supporters. And at the front page of this paper, we have the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Josh Manewia. Um, yeah, posted in his bold African suit. And below this particular picture, we have supporters of the Coalition for Democratic Change here. And the majority of the colors that we are seeing on this picture is blue. Majority of that their supporters they are wearing blue. I think this picture was actually captured from the scene yesterday during the campaign launch of the CDC. Cricket more counted candidates comments as citizens commit themselves to his election as president. And at the front page of this paper, we have the senator of CPP and his vice running mate. They are all posted on this paper at the front page of the paper I'm talking about. The Women Forces newspaper, and this is volume 12, number 168. And this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. And on the front page of this paper, we have hope you can count on. And this message is from the office of the vice president. She, and it says, Fourth, number 18, we are Taylor 2023. And on the same front page of the Women Forces, we have Vote Women's Brown Skin, a leadership that can trust. And it says, vote number 4. And so let's bring for you the back page of the Women Forces newspaper. But before doing that, let's read the was saying on this paper. I bless God for these loyal people because if they had not treated me like a snake, I would have still been nurturing them as if they were family. So I think this is just a continuous watching of this paper, and it actually makes sense on this paper. It's actually was no. So at the back page of the Women Forces newspaper, we have Liberia is still challenged in reaching the goals of the SDGs. Liberia is still challenged in reaching the goals of the SDGs. UN resident coordinator says. PSOs rally for balanced coverage of candidates. Completely erroneous. Completely erroneous. Police RG Suku denies in bustling US now housing. And at the back page of this paper, we have the police RG is wearing his uniform. So for more of the Women Forces newspaper stories, you can log on to www.womenforcesnewspaper.org. So let's read for you a gist of the story that talks about Jones security warns political parties against provocation. So let's read for you a gist of this story here. And this story is from in the Women Forces newspaper. And this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. So you can get yourself this paper and read for you the full story. As political parties who are duly accredited by the National Elections Commission begin their official launch of campaign activities, the Joint Security is questioning all parties and supporters to remain tolerant and desist from infiltrating and interfering with campaign rallies of rival parties. In a recent communication, the Joint Security Chief Police Person H. Moses Carter Sr. revealed that the security apparatus will not hesitate to arrest, investigate, and file to court for prosecution anyone who instigates chaos or attempts to undermine the peace and stability of the electoral process. So that was just a case of this story that talks about the John security wants political parties against provocation. So you can get yourself the Women Forces newspaper and read for you this story. So let's take you to the editorial of the Women Forces newspaper. Justice must be served in Sarah Wab Morris murder case. I think we'll talk about it is on Wednesday. But let's just read for your gist of the story. So this paper is actually seeking justice for the murder of Morris. Sarah Wab Morris in all filed the case. The incident happened in Christopher in Moscow County, where her husband murdered her for cassava leaf soup, in which of course he disliked, and then he went ahead to carry on that awful art. So we are now picking course. So let's read for you a chase of the story. Okay. Samuel Poti, a 49-year-old man, Saturday, September 2, 2023, mercilessly murdered his 40-year-old partner, Cyril Y. Morris, after a reported death threat earlier the same day because she cooked cassawali soup and he does not like it. So that just a chase of the editorial you can get yourself the Women Forces newspaper and read for you a full editorial of this paper. So we'll now join Lorena Colette to read from her end what she has for us today. So Lorena, it's up to you.
Okay. And so let me say good morning to our many listeners and followers out there. The first paper in my hand is the New Down newspaper, Chile Independent, volume 13, number 158. Today is Friday, September 8th, 2023. And this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. Some of the top stories on the front page of the New Dawn newspaper. The first one says, I remain the best president. Who is speaking? Weah tells supporters as party officially launches campaign. I can see the photograph of President George Manuel Weah on the front page of the New Dawn newspaper. He's smiling dressed up in the blue coat suit and white long sleeves, a blue hat, and I can see red and white. And he's just like in that jubilant mood. I remain the best president, as he tells supporters at the ATS yesterday. Another headline here says motorcyclist set roadblock turn tire in protest of 18 years old death. And I can see scopes of motorcyclists on the front page of the New Down newspaper. So we are flipping inside of the New Down newspaper this morning. Okay, so we are flipping to see what is inside. Sedition assures we are of victory. And I can see the Coalition for Democratic Change supporters here on inside of the New Town newspaper in that jubilant mood, and they are assuring President George Weah of retaining his post as president of the country. Okay, so I'm still flipping inside of the New Down newspaper. This article is written by Peter Kwekwe, the founder of the Peter Kwekwe School of Journalism. And it's a beautiful article here. We will not get into it, but it says the headline says, hate speech is not freedom of speech. Hate speech is not freedom of speech. The author is Peter Kwekwe. Okay, so we flip now to the back page of the New Down newspaper. Says Kumi's takes campaign to Grand Kedman County gets rousing welcome. And I can see the photograph of Alexander Cummings here. Also, I can see residents and citizens from Grand Kedman County in that jubilant mood, receiving him in that part of Liberia. That's just all on the back page of the New Down newspaper this morning. So we will flip now to the front page and take a little gist of the story that says, I will make you the best president. President Weah declares to his supporters yesterday. So let's take a little gist of that story this morning. Okay. All right. Incumbent President George Manuel boasted of being the best president in the history of Liberia while addressing thousands of supporters on his re-election campaign launch. My work in the past 5 years has made me the best president since the foundation of Liberia, President Weah said during his official campaign launch on Thursday, 7 September 2023 in Monrovia. To get more on that story, please buy the New Dawn newspaper and you will get more on that story. So we take the editorial of the New Dawn newspaper this morning. So we are trying to see whether we can find the editorial of the New Town newspaper this morning. So if you want to get more of these stories, I'm encouraging you to please buy the New Town newspaper and get more of these stories. We are flipping to see whether we can find the editorial of the New Town newspaper. All right. It says heeding early advice from ECOWAS and UN. International partners, specifically ECOWAS and the United Nations, are calling on the government of Liberia to investigate reports of recent electoral violence in the country and hold those responsible to account. That's a little gist of the editorial this morning. In order to get more stories on the New Down newspaper, we can purchase this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. Just get a copy and you will get detailed of the stories on this paper. Back to you, Mafila.
Okay, Lorena, many thanks to you. And actually, the Peter Kwekwe School of Journalism was named in honor of Peter Kwekwe, not he's not the founder of the institution. So just sort of clarifying that here on this video. So our next stop is the Daily Observer newspaper, and this is volume 23, number 168. And this is the Friday edition of the Daily Observer. This paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. And at the front page of this paper, we did it again, President Weah's confidence of re-election. So for more of these stories, you can log on to www.librarianobserver.com. We did it before President Wia's confidence of re-election. We did it before President Wia's confidence of re-election. We have utilized our time in office to work tirelessly for the Liberian people. We have now squandered the opportunities that were entrusted to us. I'm telling you, we are in a political season. Unacceptable poverty in resource-rich Kate Mount Bomi says. Unacceptable poverty in resource-rich Cape Mount bombing, Cummings says. And at the front page of the Daily Observer, we have the senior bureau of the CPP, Elisana Benedict Cummings, is actually seen on this picture shaking hands with some elders. And he's saying that pushing the inept and corrupt administration of President George Weah is absolutely necessary for Liberians to reap and equally benefit from the country's resources. VP Taylor's LT 1.5 million donation raises questions of voting buying. That is voter buying. VP Taylor's LT 1.5 million donations raises questions of voter buying. We'll actually read you a chase of this story, and it is the consideration of this story is actually on page 10. We'll looking for your chase of the story. And at the front page of this paper, we have the Vice President, Joel Howard Taylor, Nigerians' opposition to approve tribunal presidential vote ruling. The election tribunal has dismissed the petition held the future of President Tinubu in the that is February putting former Nigerian past President Atiku Abubakar is the one of the two opposition presidential candidates challenged in February election results. So let's visit the back page of the Daily Observer newspaper. Like I said, this paper is sold for $40 Liberian. And for more of the Daily Observer news stories, you can log on to www.dailyobserver.com. Hus gives Djibouti Enterprises tax waiver. Hus gives Djibouti Enterprises tax waiver for denies Liberian American country. So let's read for you a taste of this story that talks about VB Taylor's LT 1.5 million donation raises questions of photo buying. Taylor visits to the group. Taylor visits to the women's groups which were for campaign purposes aim to significantly maintain the ruling party's grip over the battleground county just as it did in the 2017 elections. In a speech, the vice president vowed that her office would remain open for any program that seeks to empower women economically, both at the local and national levels. So let's go straight up to the place that talks about the cash. The cash donated is intended to buttress the women's efforts to achieve their dreams and strengthen their businesses. We believe that when we succeed, our entire nation prosper. The 1.5 million, which is expected to be divided equally among three groups, has been earmarked for assisting women in launching their own entrepreneurial ventures. The donation follows a large-scale training program in which the women groups participated, organized by a Victor Tukpa, who is the ruling party's legislative candidate for Bon County Electoral District number 2. So to read for you the full detail of this story, you can get yourself the Daily or Seven newspaper. And this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars, so you can get the Daily or Seven newspaper and read for you all of the details in it. But let's bring you the editorial of this paper. But before to read now, let's read for you a case of the story that talks about Senator Sherman denied from UC Rubber Sports City Hall. Senator Sherman denied from UC Rubber Sports City Hall as sea erosion victims mock his alleged attempt to intervene in their plague. The story reads, victims of the recent sea erosion in Sport wasted no time in bringing to public ridicule Senator Fanny Sherman, but not only pointing at him, but also making. Okay, so let's skip that part. Failure to leadership in the country. Okay, let's take it from this place. Senator Sherman, who is seeking re-election at the October 10 polls, traveled back to Green Kitson County with a plan to stage an indoor campaign rally in the City Hall of Rappersport, but was denied entry by the sea erosion victims on the ground that the edifice is now their temporary home until they can find a more convenient and suitable place which they would once again call. Live on Spoon TV, Shimon seemed troubled by his people's action, but appeared, but appeared calm, making an effort to prove to them that he has been working in their interest. His latest claim was that he sent a text message to Aaron Vincent, the county superintendent, instructing him to immediately withdraw money from the county development fund from the provision to relieve items to the people. So that just a gist of the story. You can get yourself the daily or several newspaper and read for yourself the full detail of this story. So let's read for you a gist of the editorial of the Daily Observer. Uh, okay, open letter to Liberians. Hate speech is not freedom of speech. Hate speech is not freedom of speech. Free speech, even if it may offend or challenge prevailing norms, generally does not directly harm people or incite violence. In contrast, hate speech is divisive as it seeks to humiliate, disgrace, or marginalize individuals or groups. Speech is an element right guaranteed by Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So that just touches of the editorial, but before I join Lorena, let me read for you the scripture. We are actually doing a scripture reading for you this morning, and this is from Ecclesiastes 5, verses 8 to 12. And this version is from the King James Bible. So let's read for you this. If you see the oppression of the poor and the violent perversion of justice and righteousness in a province, do not marvel at the matter. For her official watches over her official, and higher officials are over them. Moreover, the profit of the land is for all. Even the king is served from the field. He who loves silver will not be satisfied with silver, nor he who loves abundance will with increase. This also is vanity. When goods increase, they increase who eat them. So what profit have the owners except to see them with their eyes? The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eats little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not permit him to sleep. And that is Ecclesiastes 5, verse 8 to 12. Okay, so Lorena is back to you. Let's hear from you. What do you have on your decks for us today?
Okay, so the last paper is the Independent newspaper. This paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars, volume 22, number 187. Today is Friday, September 8th, 2023. And some of the top stories on the front page this morning, we will attract more investors. We will attract more investors. Samura Olokwali said. And I can see the photograph of him. He's dressed up in a black long sleeve and he's in a seat sitting, talking, and just showing his hands up. Yeah, on the front page of the Independent newspaper. Another one here says, count down to October 10 elections. 32 days to go. 32 days to go to the October 10 presidential and legislative elections in the country. 32 more days to go. And the next headline on the front page of the Independent newspaper here, for CTC rally attracts political assessment as Weah's presence tackles massive jubilations. I can see supporters of the Coalition for Democratic Change here on the front page of the Independent newspaper. And also, I can see the photograph of President George Minor Weah in the beautiful blue suit, dress up, blue hat, and white is in it. And I can see him talking to his supporters at the ATS yesterday. It's a wonderful photograph here, and the place Jaren Park to capacity. So let's also see another headline on the front page of the Independent newspaper: "Democracy lies in peace, not violence," Chief Allen said. challenges Liberia to avoid chaos. I can see the photograph of Chief Siri Allen on this paper. That's the front page of the Independent newspaper. We flip inside of the Independent newspaper this morning. The mountain identifies with food victims in rubber spot, provides assorted food and medical supplies. That's welcoming to um, as the B Mountain Mining Corporation for identifying with victims from the rubber spot and Kedron County. So that is welcoming. Thanks to the management for that. We also flip inside to see what is there. But let's see the back page of the Independent newspaper this morning as hope we can count on. Vote number 18. And I can see the photograph of President George Manaware and VP Taylor on the back page here. It says, vote for President Weah for improving the health sector. And some of the counts here, I will tell you and list some of the counts that are on the back page of the Independent newspaper. The first one says, construct serial market buildings around the country. One of the reasons that he should be voted for. Cons- construction of NASCOP guest house in Bombing, increased doctor salaries from 700 to 2,000, add 2,500 health workers to government payroll after donor health pool dried up, regularize and increase salaries of over 500 supplementary health workers, provide advanced health-based specialist training for over 101 doctors, provided international specialist training for over 50 doctors, vaccinated over 80% of Liberians against COVID-19, 7 beds in Africa, constructed the Embry Hospital in Wapolu County, constructed the 14 military hospital in Markibi County, constructed the Redemption Hospital in Cowell, Monserrado County, and established the first dialysis center at the JFK Hospital, the first ever in the Republic of Liberia, and so much more. These are some of the reasons that President George Manaware should be elected. So say the Independent newspaper, the back page here this morning. So let's flip now to the front page of the Independent newspaper, and we'll just give you a little gist of the story that says democracy lies in peace, not violence. Who was speaking? Chief Allen said. A distinguished members of the advisory that's Advisory Council of the Governing Coalition for Democratic Change, Chief Siri Allen has called on Liberians to uphold the values of peace and democracy as the nation fast approaches the October 10 presidential and legislative elections. That's just an advice from Chief Stephen Allen this morning. So to get more story or to get more details on the Independent newspaper, please log on to www.theindependent.com and you will get more story. Or better still, buy this paper for just 40 Liberian dollars. Back to you.
Okay, so we are done with reading the full over the list out of the papers we bought today. So we are done reading the stories or just of the stories and reading for you the headlines. So we now take a break, and when we come back, we'll dive straight into the discussion for you today. Okay, welcome back, folks, to the program to this paper. On this program, we digest all of the happenings in the print media, and this is the weekend edition of the paper. So this program will be back on the radio by Monday. So today is Friday, Lorena.
Mhm.
Well, first of
Yes.
all, let me welcome you back to the program.
Yes, good to be back on the program this morning. And as you said, today is Friday. Today, the weekend. Yeah, so I'm excited to be here again on another edition of the program this morning.
And so that is it. So today is Friday. Today is Friday. Today is a social Friday. For us, we'll be going to Kagata to form part of the opening of
Yes,
the
the
substation
substation
in
there today,
Mangibi County. So
tomorrow.
tomorrow, yes,
Mm,
but we will be leaving for Kagata. I mean, for
Kakata
Kagata
today.
today. We'll be leaving today. Any moment from now, we'll be leaving to Kakata. So we'll do all of our broadcasting from Kakata, from our station in Markby County in Kakata. So it will be a very good weekend for us.
Mhm.
Looking at the angle wherein the Maldivians are good people, they are very entertaining. So I'm very, very much happy to be spending my weekend in Kakata.
Yes.
Yeah,
Kakata is a good place to be.
mhm.
Margibi County, the Margibians are good people, they welcome people, and you will see for yourself.
I know. I know. So we'll be there today. We'll be there today, and we're spending the night over. So by tomorrow, by God's grace, the station that is first of Liberia in Monkey B, the frequency is 89.7, will be opened tomorrow.
Sure.
So yeah, it will be live on this platform, and we'll also get it live on our Facebook page. So yeah, if you have not yet followed Voice of Liberia Facebook page, you can search for Voice of Liberia in your phone, on your Android phone, most especially once you are on Facebook, you just search for Voice of Liberia on your phone. You'll finally see the definitely see the page
Hmm.
and then follow the platform. So probably on Go Labs, you can see the facility, you can see all of what we have in Monkey Country. But the place is nice. The place is very, very nice. We'll
Very
be there
nice.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be there tomorrow. So for our talking point today, because today is Friday, I don't no one else to talk about politics. Uh, but what will we do? So we just talk a bit about politics and Liberian politics. Then let's talking about politics. Most especially, we are in a political season.
Season.
Yeah, so we cannot escape that. So we will be looking at the story that we heard from Grand Mon County about Senator Sherman and the people of that county, that is Mon County, and they stopped him from using the Rebel Sports City Hall because, and yeah, I mean, people that are stopping were they were actually affected by the sea erosion, so they stopped him and they said that he cannot use the building because they are currently using the place as the temporary living place. In as such, the honorable shouldn't use the building, and you use the building when you have a suitable place to stay. But what I want to say to this particular issue is we are in election period, and as such, you'll find out that those people that want re-election, whether representative or whether senator, you'll realize how they are already started going back to their various counties or districts. And some of them been away for a very, very long time. They don't really know the problems that the people are confronted with. They will leave the county, they will leave their district, they go to stay out of the district, they be to elsewhere. Once they know that they are seeking re-election, then they come back to the people again.
Hmm.
And that's why many of them do it right here. So by the people rejecting for Senator Sherman, I mean Senator Sherman is, I mean, he serve as a former, he serve as chairman of the Unity Party, so he
Yeah.
is prepared to as a former chairperson
Chairman.
here, chairman of the Unity Party. So the decision by the people. for not allowing him to use the cerebral sport. City Hall was very good apart, but I want to say that is not enough because you live in the district, you live in a particular county, you know what is going on in that county there. You know when you're going to para who can be there for you. That's the people that should be looking at. Not someone that will just come around during election time, Lorena. Then they will
Mhm.
just come to seek the Liberian people, to seek that people vote. And then once they get it in, they just leave the place and go live in another place. It's not right.
Sure, sure,
So
sure.
yeah, it's about time we the voters will
We
open up
vote
our eyes. We vote,
people
yeah,
that
that
will
will
be
be
with
around.
us, people that will be with us, people that will be with you, people that you see around you in your county,
Mm-hmm.
in your community. These are people that they should be voted for. Not someone that will just come because the election is around and then the
Yeah.
person just leave for another
And
county
yes,
and go register in that county you are and you vote them because they have money. So they will not have the interest for you as a
definitely.
citizen. For the person that is with you guys, every day sees the problem confronting the citizen, these are people that if you vote them,
Mm-hmm.
they will really cater to these problems.
Definitely, they will try in our best or in a weak way to address problems that you all are confronted with. So Liberians, we the voters as a whole, because I'm not talking about myself. The voters as a whole, it is time now. This is your time. Hold the economy from the most abundant district or the most abundant community or county. So it's about time now you made direct decision
Mhm.
for yourself and that of your community dwellers in your community at large or even your country at large. Because we know we are in the political city, they have started going to your communities. You can see them. Most of them have
And
not
some
really
of
been
them are very,
around.
very strange.
Imagine some of them have just,
Hmm.
came from out of the country.
Yes, some
Yeah,
of
they
them were
come to
out of the
Liberia. They were out
country,
of the country for a
and
long time.
because election is coming, so they came in Liberia and register
Yeah.
to vote.
So for
They,
the one for the Liberian
you
people
have
to
to
vote
vote
for them,
them.
all the time they've been out of the country, they don't even know how they put in our country. I mean, our country been surviving. Then when it comes to decision making, they don't even know what people been going through. But it's they say like people let money basically. So the best thing to do is they will go out of the country, go hustle, they will come back and then we see what we do about it. But that is very, very bad. We
Even
want,
yeah,
we want Liberians to be able to vote for those people that have been living with them, people that have been talking about their parents, and then the voters to take that perception of money business from your mind. Because we get a lot of people in the district that have been living with you in a particular district, they've been advocating for things in that district, they've been advocating for things in a particular district, they're talking for you. Yeah, but you're not be able to you're not let these people use people because they don't have money. So if they don't have money, they should go see because they won't be senators, they won't be representatives. They should go see to satisfy you. If you live in a community, I guess when the people be of help, we in the community will know. I mean, what is going on in the community? We have people that have been around for a while now. They've been talking. That person's been, people been seeing that persons in the
persons
community
in a
that work in
community
the
and
community
they have
that
been doing a
involving with
little
the
work.
people in the community.
So these are
But
people should be elected.
yeah, but we Liberians will say the people not get money. People not get money. People will go see that. So the people can come from America from overseas, they bring that money. And they don't want Liberian people to go for the end of
Wow.
the day. The person will do nothing because the person don't really understand their own proper. And it's very bad. It's very bad for the voters. So it's about time that I mean you graduate from the other stage. I mean,
Yes,
it's very
voting
very
people
hard.
that you don't know, voting people that strange enough in your county, it has the propensity to cause problem in that place. This is why most often we elect people and we say these people are not doing this for us because you
Mm-hmm.
voted the wrong person.
It's
You
true.
voted the person that never had that feeling for the people that had a feeling for you, and you put them there because of little or nothing, or the person offered you something or
Mm-hmm.
money or food, and you just say, yeah, this person will be good. But you're
Mm-hmm.
not looking at the platform of that candidate. You're
Mm-hmm.
not looking at what will that person offer us for the next 6 years. Because if you're voting, whether you're voting for yourself, voting for your future and your children and children's future. So you have to vote wisely.
Yeah. So it is up to the voters to decide that because we face the coronavirus,
Mhm.
we know what happened to us as Liberians, you know what happened in your respective communities, and you know nobody was there for you, no lawmaker, no aspirant, no candidate was there.
Were there. You know, these are
Yeah, you
people
know
that were
the
out
problems
out.
some of us in our communities we facilitated. We don't really have money. At least we try and we were that we're able to buy chlorine, fluoride, tax just to give it to the people that live in our community. It's not that we have too much that we don't know what to do with it. But at least it is something a little bikini, it's okay. Some of them they were in the community and they did nothing.
Mhm.
Nothing they did nothing, even though workers still so just people together say, oh, make sure every morning you put water on the road, put it in the barrel, and then just put that. Some people tax
So for
us so
people to
much. How
wash
much
their
of people tax
hands,
so much?
it
They
was
couldn't
very
do
hard.
that. They couldn't do
Because
that.
we're not around.
Oh, yes, they
Most
were
of them were not around. Some of
sure.
them were not in the country. Some of
Mm-hmm.
them travel, and because everything has decided, they have come
They
back
come like
election
the
time,
Liberian
and so they
people.
want to get power.
Mm-hmm. So it's up to them to make a real decision for themselves. Because one thing I know is the majority of Liberians, the rest of us will live with it. When it says yes, yes, we live with it. So it is up to you to make the real decision for you to born children or probably a children. So it is up to us. Whether we experience a lot of problems in this country, who are there for us? You know them? You know those people that are there for us who needed them. Those aspirants, those candidates, they are not candidates. We know them. Yes, and we'll be on that basis that we'll vote them. We not just want vote just for people. They know that because election will be because when they calculated the time. So I will
Yes, that
come
will
maybe
come
3 months to the election.
down.
Yeah,
And
can't
just be with the people in
telling
the
you, country really
county,
interesting.
3 months. Some of them can be very strange on their flyers.
Yes,
Some of the photos, they say the thing, "Oh, but the person very strange. Oh, this is my first time seeing
seeing the
this
person
person."
because you don't really know
Even
them
when I
at all.
went Mark County, I saw some flyers up. I was like, wow, this person is like strange. I've been in Mark County for a while. But if I tell you that this person is strange, it means
The
that the
person is
person
not
is
going
not
to
in the
change and the
county.
person not even in
Yes.
counting.
So that is just it. People just come and they want power. They will not do what is supposed to do for the people
Mm-hmm.
from the beginning. If you want power, if you want a representative position or a senator position or presidency, don't wait until the election time is approaching before
Yeah,
you start
before you
working.
start work.
Start working now. If the election will be, I'm not talking about to the
2029, yes.
2029, you should start your work now. Let the people feel your impact in the community. Let the people feel you that even they themselves will petition you. They
Mm-hmm.
themselves will come to you. We want for you to contest as such and such person. So you are not the one that will tell them to say, I'm contesting. Based on your work in that community or in that county, to make the people to vote you.
Exactly.
So
So,
people just sit down and then don't do these things, but they want power. 2 to 3 months, they just come in a community. Some of them even not even get
I'm telling
houses there. They even get property.
you.
But
Mm-hmm.
they will say, I get property on the side. They didn't get
Yeah.
property. Oh. They lying to
Hey,
you.
imagine some of them will even be website to go rent a house in
Yeah,
that
rent.
particular place.
Just for that time.
Yeah, this country.
Surely,
I'm telling
just
you,
for that
exactly.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Rent places, and that's for that time to say, I'm renting this. I have my house on the side, and
And
it's
that's
not
why it's
truth.
a rented
It's not
apartment.
truth.
Mm-hmm. So
These
we
people
just
can
have.
lie, so must be very careful with
Mm-hmm.
them. People that you know, these are people that you should vote them. People that been with you, people that are doing it for you. Even it cannot be much, but the love they have it. You need to vote these people. When they get there, they will remember you.
Mm-hmm.
But if vote someone out, you even know them, you know
I
where
don't
they're
know
coming
someone else
from.
have
You
for
don't
it.
even know whether they have properties, whether their children are in Liberia or out of Liberia. So when they just come in to get that little job, and when they get it now, they even care for the citizenry. So we should be very wise enough who to vote for in this election.
Yeah, to teach that particular person, you have to wait for another six
Yeah,
years.
another 6 years.
When I oh, 9 years,
Yes,
so that's more years.
oh, 9 years.
So we will have 32 days to the presidential and legislative elections.
Sure.
So my people. The other day I was discussing in our in the presidency, we have 20 candidates for just for the presidency.
That's on the presidency. like journalists.
Yes, and the person then why would the national election commission allow social people? I mean, the numbers is still huge. I think when I put constitutional rights,
Yes.
and as far as me, I don't even know
Anyone.
some of them. I don't even know some of them. Because we have people in the race that are referring to themselves as the redeemer.
Mhm. The
They
redeemer.
will have the medical title. I
Where
mean, it's
have
so
been the
funny.
redeemer?
I'm telling you.
When people wanted
They,
to be redeemed, they were not around. So now you calling
uh,
yourself redeemer?
it's
Who you
not
want to
easy.
redeem?
So
So that is just it, Pampila.
yeah,
We
that's just
need to
it.
be very careful who to vote for in
Mhm.
these elections.
I just say to my people. So it is up to you to make a particular decision for you and your family. Know that whatever decision you come October 10, we all will benefit. If not good decision, we all will benefit, we all will enjoy. If not, we'll feel the consequence of it. So that's just it for that part. We'll be taking calls. But before we do that, we just like to talk about the Congress. That is a coalition. I'm always saying a Congress.
Mhm. The
The
coalition
coalition for democratic change. Yeah, launch we had on
launching
yesterday.
yesterday.
Were there. We're on a field and we saw what all happened. It was actually it was a wonderful event where there we have supporters in the numbers. The place was jammed packed. Imagine. The place was really, really, really packed. And the good thing about that rally is maybe other people might not see me as good because imagine the amount of human being out there. Even though we had the fire service truck there, the water take us all over the place, but I'm in a feel
Mhm.
because we have
It
people. Yeah,
reduced the temperature.
yeah. So we have people on the reading there when the rain started falling. It was okay before it reduced the temperature, as Lorena said.
Mhm.
It was okay because imagine a thank you program that we attended. Imagine the heat was not easy. We have people that went off because of heat. So maybe yes, it was okay. The president King spoke to his supporters. He talked about a lot of things. About somebody said the president talked a lot of things yesterday, but it was actually disgraceful to see the president was sitting protocol that set up the issue man, because we were instituted yesterday. Yes.
Yes.
While the person was sitting there, my contest one two, my contest, it was embarrassing. So I'm the way we Liberians will actually graduate from that stage. So that want to, the person will be sitting to address the supporters who started doing want to want. It was very bad on our part. It was very, I don't know what people can really be thinking that likely then we take it from at the end of the day, they'll go from one institution to another institution. They start early this morning, or some of them will be crying for work. Once you give them the work, just nothing, do nothing about it. And it's very, very bad. It's very, very bad. It was actually embarrassing for the president of the Republic of Liberia to be sitting, waiting to address his supporter. And we have one protocol that yes, we want to test a microphone, want to, as if to say that someone o'clock we in, or someone a party you go for, even if the party says, if you organize our party, they now go hold microphone, we say, we try to for the president of the Republic of Liberia.
Everything should be said before even
Yes,
he comes.
so that's the same thing that they're doing the Independence Day celebration. Imagine the ferry they decided to build it, and it's very, very bad. So when will we graduate from that? It was actually embarrassing. The president still managed to talk with his supporter in talking about uh, while they are fixed, in talking about because they fixed someone in face of
Face.
so actually the person will actually talk about them. The rescue one, rescue two. The one have they fixed or rescue the counter? The question I asked his supporter yesterday.
Mm.
Mm. So we'll leave that for another time. So we'll now open up the course line to talk with, to interact with the public. We'll now open up our telephone lines so you can call us on 0770 Let's hear your view on what we discussed. about the president rally, the CDC rally on yesterday that is the official launch of their campaign. And we'll talk about politicians partnering that various districts, county, they can only come back to election and bring money to the Liberians people to food them
With
because they say
them.
Liberian people have money and food.
Mm-hmm.
So once you know how to address that part, will definitely support you.
What you?
So we are here talking about it. Focus on the number 0770907 or 0880907 call and we'll talk with you very, very shortly. Talk and make your point on the topic here. So keep your calls coming through to the numbers 0770907 or 0880907. Call us so we can talk with you shortly. But during all the launch, yes, it was actually massive.
Mm-hmm.
People were really turned up in the numbers.
Yes, and I really
Yeah,
saw
the
the
launch.
crowd. That's why I wasn't on the field, but the crowd was encouraging.
Let's take this call this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I hope
Thank God, at least okay. There. Thank God, at least like we're taking the full step of I know the acquired us and push it to get it. The violent that you're playing to give to the street. The investigate in the field. Good morning. So thank you for telling us. We saw yesterday. We saw what we see today.
you.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
All right, my brother. Thank you. Let's take this other call. Good. Okay, we lost that caller. Well, keep your calls coming through to the number 0770907 or 0880907 will put you through to talk about the topic on the discussion. We actually talk about two important issue. So call us. Let's hear from you, the public. Let's take this call. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, first that call. I don't know what is going on here. I don't know what is going on here with our cell phone. Let's see what I can take this particular call this morning. I don't know what is going on, but keep your calls to the number 0770907 or 0880907. We are talking about our politicians. We're talking about those people that leave the country, they spend their whole time in other countries enjoying themselves with their family. And 2 to 3 months to election, they will come back to Liberian people for Liberian people to vote for them. And we are even talking about those people say, what the Liberian people go vote the politicians go vote.
Mm-hmm.
Say, oh, we trust you. When Rabbi saying us in the house, and it as me, they go to the house, they just forget about the people, they forget about the people, they forget about the promises they made to the people. Then they will finish after doing that, after exhibiting some of behavior, then they will come out to the public or to the same people say, okay, your people put me back there again because I need to complete what I've started and what I've started. Nothing we don't know. They don't really know the poor problem. They don't really live in that particular district or county. They will just come out because it is election. Let's call. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, you are live. Good morning.
Yes, I'm Reverend James from Canada.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. When you talk about people, politicians, they stay out of the country. Then
Mm-hmm.
when they come, they say they want to run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interesting that I agree with you. It is because our people are not educated to that extent. Even the
Sure.
educated ones who out of all folks,
Mm-hmm.
but we need to change the dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
That if you love your people, be with them because that election and election. What
Definitely.
are the tangibles that you have on it for
Mm-hmm.
people to see to make reference to? Before election is you will have some tangibles on the ground that people will say, yes, this person, they want to be elected because they are not those things. But because people will come from overseas with some money or whatever they have, and then give the money to the people and allow people to we don't get too much money, but they say that people to be cheap us. You see what you are saying again now is that we should share our art and see what the politicians what they have done for us. You see,
Yeah.
because if you want to get let me just as much in a interior, those of us that have a background. You say
Mm.
I love the girl, I love the woman, you go to the therapist.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to offer. But the girl, the uncle, the husband, ask you, welcome back. When the parents ready to decide for whoever that child will go to or that they will choose, if you who they will choose, the one that go there, go in the front to go for partner or go to beg the phone, that's the person that will get a child to. So it became your job for money, some get money, have and so you use the people. So when that solve our problems, we should see the tangibles on the ground, what people that will do for us. That's so much of too many money. But what is the real thing that you have done? It is so I mean, language, you and we feel that this election that we are expecting to be peaceful. The sample, I saw the sample yesterday where we
Mm.
won sorry, ATF, model of very, very nice.
Mm.
And there was no any incident of people
Yeah,
confronting
violence.
media.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
we thank God for that. Just the question that us.
Okay, my brother. Thank you very much. So you can keep your calls coming through to the number 077090797 or 0888097. So we are here and we'll take your calls. Let's see you on what we are discussing here this morning. Let's take this call on our Lusta number. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, tell us the name you are calling.
Good morning. This is Sheikh Omar from Israel.
Go ahead.
Festival Red Light. Yeah, thank you people so much this morning for the discussion.
Okay.
In fact, in fascinating show this morning. My
Mm.
own take with respect to the presidential issue is discussing what are people coming from our to kind of impact our process by the city. It's just yeah, I have different view because the essence of our people is looking at people. They are so basic, think people local.
Mm.
Be a level what are impacting people in your community. It doesn't necessarily mean because we need to have the positive impact of your people.
Mm.
I even this people, Kuruka, Yam, and Punjab. I guess
Mm.
one Europe, map, country, district 3 from Nima country. So what are impacting is that for people and there's the issue. I think it should be most important than being living with the people. It's not a bad thing to live with people because the impact you make in the lives of the people. It should be carrying on rather than living. There are people who live in the community for so many years have now any impact in the lives of the people. But they are
Yeah,
there.
we'll talk about that. Okay, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the show.
Uh, you too for calling. And that is just it. We have people that are living out of the country, but their presence is still being felt in a particular district. And yeah, it is also good. We have people that live abroad, but are present for
It's not
nothing
felt.
felt in that particular country or even district. Nothing. They can just go there, they be there, they can say hustling. They hustling, then 3 or 4 months to election, then they come back and start spending all of their resources. At the end of the day, like people see them as the real leader, and that's not it. That's not how it works here, people. Yeah, so like the other caller said yesterday was very peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we
It
expect the
was
same from
peaceful
other political parties too.
protests.
Yeah, yesterday campaign launch it was very peaceful from the CDC angle, and then no political party led from the opposition say oh they will cause violence or instigate or cause chaos for anybody. So when they have we saw supporting our citizens in anonymous or in the principal streets of Monrovia all went well. So we
And
expect the
people were
same
in a jubilant mood.
mood.
I was
Yeah.
very surprised seeing people on the rain, not even
Mhm.
feeling
So
chilly.
we
So,
expect to see that same behavior from the ruling establishment,
mm-hmm.
folks from the opposition community come from.
Oppositions
Yes,
also.
we expect the same from them too. So what happened yesterday was it was okay, it was fine, no violence. It was just one incident we heard about on the Japan freeway, and
Yeah,
that was
Japan
an
food.
accident. It was very sad, but everything went well with the exception of that. In the rally, everything was okay. So we expect the same from all our opposition political parties in Liberia too. So that's just it. You can put through your calls to the number 07709079007 or 08809079007. Call us this morning. Let's talk. Let's talk. We have 17 more minutes to call a day on this program. So you can put through your calls to the number 07709079007. We are here talking about politicians, our leaders. We are talking about them, especially those people that leave their country, go to another country to go hustle, and come back to elaborate people 3 months to the election and seeking or
Election
an
or
elected
second.
position. Yes, they want the people to vote them. And we also show light on the state representative or senators that are in this country, but then don't visit their people. They just stay out of the country. They stay out of the country. Once they know that they are approaching election season or electionary time, then they go back to the people in such a place. So they like, for me, Liberian, the Liberian people are very progressing.
Yes,
Yeah, so
since
they no
they are
longer go
really
after
getting
rest and
to
food.
know
So
one
yeah,
another.
things yeah, with time things will get better in this country. Good morning.
Hello?
Please walk away from the monitor.
Hello?
Can you please walk away from the monitor?
Oh, sorry. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. What
Hello?
is the name?
Okay, my name is Donald Ryan. I'm calling you from Johnson Street.
Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
pertaining to the topic
Mm-hmm.
on yesterday's parade, especially with the sound system. You know, sometimes these things happen. I'm not insisting that people don't act careless on their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday at the parade, that system was working quite well. The
Mm-hmm.
musician was using the system to perform, but unfortunately, when the president came for the other program to start, the system started to give problem. You
Mm-hmm.
know, from my background of electronics,
Mm-hmm.
as an electronic engineer, you know, that things are happening. Yeah, that things are happening in that way. Personally, you know, there are carelessness, for example, equipment skill, right at the break of his performance. They take it up for yesterday, and we hope that our party do all anything possible to turn it into actual votes on towards things. Thank you very much.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. Okay, so you your calls coming through to the number 0770907 or 0880907. So my brother is right because I don't know much about equipment, but I thought I'm talking about the protocol. They are always responsible for such a thing, and we saw the displays on the Independence Day celebration, the declarations from their end, wherein they started printing the building the same day of the program, in which of course was very bad. And where yesterday we saw when the president was about to speak to his supporters, we have people holding a microphone, texting the mic as if to say they are about to rap or they are about to do some kind of intro for some kind of course for a specific social gathering or something like that was very bad on our end. So things that our program said that they should be having or so in life, once you have plans to do this, you also be having a backup plan. So when you have all they need to their disposal. So that is it. So keep your calls coming through to the number 0770907907 or 08809079007. We will be leaving for Kakata today. We'll be going Monkey County to open the Voice of Liberator station in Monkey County, the substation. The frequency is 89.7. We will be there today in the opening of the station will be tomorrow. And we are hopeful of doing the program to be live on this platform. So let's take this call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, tell us where you're calling from.
I remain civilized basketball Peter McCullough,
Mm.
and I join you from District 9, Monserrado County, pro teacher for 12 years.
And, okay, go ahead. Let's say
I
you go
want
ahead.
to say thank you so much.
for the opportunity given to Liberians to speak on the platform. When no peace, our voice will not be here on the platform. So all we want is peace. And especially where yesterday with the citizens, reaction, citizens, citizens,
Mm-hmm.
we came out in our number to tell the international community, EU, ECOWAS, and the universe
Mm-hmm.
that in Liberia, the democracy that within our country is like one person who transform our country. Is no one ever a excellent developmental barometer Dr. George Manawiya. That's why you saw us came out in our number to tell the world that we are near a second term.
Okay, my
Because
brother. Thank you. Thank
yes,
you.
we are
Thank you
10
so
seconds.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so keep your calls coming through to the numbers 0770 907 or 0880 907 907. Okay, like I was telling you about our trip to Kakata. We'll be there tomorrow for the opening of the Voice of Latin 89.7 in Mankibi County. We'll be there tomorrow and we'll afford you, the public, to also form part of the program because this program uh, will be live on the radio on this particular station. So this is the headquarters of Voice of Liberia. So this program will also be live on this radio and also live on our Facebook page. So let's see what I can take this call. Mhm. Okay, that color is out. So, Lorena, let's hear from you. Let's hear from you your party statement quality on this program.
Mhm.
If there's no call, so let's hear from your party statement quality on this program.
Okay, so I'd like to appreciate our many listeners out there and those callers who participated on the program this morning. It's been a wonderful time having me this time on another edition of the program. Today's paper. Please join us Monday, hopefully, when we'll be back for another edition. Let's keep the peace because Liberia is all we have. Let's preach peace, talk about peace, stay away from violence. This is what we can do in the rebuilding process of our beloved country, Liberia. Thanks so much. I've been Lorena Collins. Have a wonderful
Okay, folks. So you have been listening to the program today's paper, and on this program we digest all of the happenings in the print media, and we read for you for local dailies. We read for you the daily or several newspaper, the Women Forces newspaper, the Independent newspaper, and that of the Newtown newspaper. So we'll be back on Monday with another fresh edition of this program. Let me say thank you so much for listening. For those of you that put through your calls, let me say thank you. And it's my prayer that we'll continue to maintain the peace that we enjoy in this country. So do have yourself a pleasant weekend. My name is Mafira Kamara and bye bye for now. And